Hello YouTubers and my fellow NCGO forum members. What I'm doing today is taking a look at my Get Home Bag, my GHB. My bag is packed. I'm going to be starting a job here soon. I'm going to have to go through 8 weeks of training that's going to be an hour and a half to 2 hour drive away on the interstate. So if I had to walk it back in a situation, I'm looking at probably 7 days of walking. Probably not on the interstate, through backwoods and roads. So that's the reason this pack is kind of packed heavy. Some of the people on the forum were asking about what I had in it that made it weigh, as is, 42 pounds without any water. So I just wanted to show everybody what I had in this bag. On the bottom of the bag I will have, if I wanted to put on there, a military style closed foam pack to put on the ground for sleeping. I also have a small fleece bag that I can sleep in if I decide if this weather's cold enough and I needed to have something warmer to sleep in. I've got that. That will also attach to the bottom of my bag. On myself I have this vest I used to have when I was with Search and Rescue. I like this because it's got several pockets of different sizes. I have on here just some earplugs, some medicine, a whistle, and my good compass that we used to use in the Search and Rescue. It is a really good compass. Has the mirror on it as well that you can use for signaling devices, but it's also got to where you can adjust for your degrees off of true north. But I have that in this bag, and again I can put anything I want to in the pockets and wear this on my body. Also I have, it's just not in here right now, this is the first aid kit that will go in this other pack that I'll talk about here in a minute. And I've also got a knife. This is a really good heavy-duty knife. It's a full tang. This is one my dad brought back when he was in Vietnam. It's a good knife, good heavy-duty knife. You can bang on the back of it. I've kept it pretty sharp, but this is a knife that I will carry on my body, along with some others that I will show you later. On the outside of the pack, we'll cover that real quick. I have a metal canteen. This has the cup on the bottom of it that I can use for boiling water. In this side compartment, this will be on a belt on my body as well. It is 50 rounds of 9mm hollow point ammunition. I also have some bars, energy bars. These are actually Fiber One bars, chocolate caramel, that I have to where it's easily accessible. I also have 100 feet of 550 paracord, and then I also have 100 rounds of jacketed hollow point ammunition for my 9mm. Again, this is all on the outside of the pack, where it's easily accessible if need be, so I don't have to worry about having to dig through a pack to get through it. I love this pack. This is one that I picked up at Wally World, $40 in the sporting goods section. On this side of the pack I have a headlight. I like this one. I used it in the Search and Rescue. It's got the external battery pack that goes in the back of your head for AA batteries, and what I like about this is that it has a different size beam. It's got a wide angle beam that can be focused down to a spotlight. When I was with the Search and Rescue, I was with a bunch of teenagers and they were going out and buying all this newfangled LED gear, and we were walking down the trail one night. We were all comparing all of our flashlights, our headlights, and the LEDs, even though they were bright white, some of them spot, some of them flood, they could not get down the trail a lot. It was strictly right there where we were at, whereas with mine I could spotlight it down the trail, and they really liked it and wanted to know what it was. On the side of my pack, I just bought this the other night. This is a field line pack. Inside of it's got separated compartments that I'm not really using, but I needed something for a first aid kit. And so I went and bought this. I had a bunch of first aid gear. I'm not going to take it apart. You know what's in the first aid gear. What you need to have in your own pack is your own preference. But I've got this attached to the outside of my pack so that I can get to it. And then on the other side of my bag, again, these are some items I will be having on myself on a pack or on a belt. I've got an actual Leatherman multi-tool. This, I'm getting a necklace made up. I have on it a P38 can opener, a small knife, small flashlight. I'm going to have ID tags on it, but this will go around my neck. And this is just a small knife. I collect knives, so I've got a lot of knives in my collection that you'll see. Across my back, the small of my back, I have a Spyderco fixed blade knife. This is one of my hunting knives, very sharp, but again, that will go across the small of my back. Probably on my left side, I have this cold steel, I don't know if you call it a Tanto or Tonto, tipped, again, very sharp, a good knife I could use for all kinds of different situations in the field, for survival, for protection, whatever need be. On this side, I also have another 100 feet of 550 paracord, and I also have another 100 rounds of 9mm ammo. So that will give me 250 extra rounds of 9mm if needed. I'll put this back in here real quick. So that's going to leave this compartment pretty well empty once I put all these knives and things on my belt that I will be carrying. On the top of the pack, several forums I've read, different things I've looked at hiking, they always say to have a ground cover so that you can have for sitting on, whether it's cold or wet. So this is just a small closed foam, probably 18 inches by 18 inches, just to sit on or to kneel on in the case that we need it. Now this black pack that you see attached to my tan pack, this is actually the top pack of a Kelty full-size backpack that I have that I use with the search and rescue. This actually unzips from the top of the Kelty, and then it's got some straps on it that you can take out and use this as a fanny pack, what they call a day pack. I've always had in this one enough equipment and emergency survival stuff to where if I had just this on my body, I could survive several days with it. And so I've always kept it packed that way, and that's the reason I'm keeping it attached to this pack. In here I have the first aid kit that you saw earlier. Again, this is just a standard first aid kit. You put in it what you want. I also have 4 of the 10-hour hand warmers. You just open them up and they immediately start getting hot. Zip ties. 20, 30, 40 of those. You can use them for all kinds of situations. I have a fire starting kit. I try to keep my fire starting kit separated to where I can get to it easily, all my stuff together. I do have a couple of spare items in here that I've just added that wouldn't fit in this small bag, so I need to get a little bit larger bag that I can put them in, but it will be easy to get to for having to start a fire. In here I have lint, I have matches, waterproof matches. These little fireballs go with my Strike Force that you will see here in a minute. This is the Strike Force that I have. Very good for starting fires. You can use it with the Vaseline balls, you can use it with the steel wool, but it starts a fire really quick with the sparks that it generates. Also in my little giddy bag, you always want to have at least 3 different ways of starting fire. In here I have just a regular lighter. Then I've also got a magnesium tool with the flint striker on it for starting fire. And then in the bottom of this there is a little small baggie with some dryer lint. Again, just another way of starting a fire. Went to the beaches this summer, and everybody had cell phones, and we rented a pontoon boat. Didn't want to get them wet from the sea spray, so we bought several of these electronics waterproof bag that we can put phones in and keep them dry. So I have one of those in here for my cell phone. Water purification tablets. This is the iodine type, and it also has pills that you add to the water to get rid of the iodine flavor. Just a small incandescent flashlight. It's not LED, only because I had this one available. Little tube of Vaseline lip balm. 2 of the Mylar emergency blankets. I've also got some steel wool. I think this is like the triple aught steel wool. Again, just another way of starting a fire. I've also got in here some Vaseline. We'll get to that in a minute. A map. This is the laminated state map. They'll show me all the back roads, water locations if I need to while I'm traveling. Deck of standard playing cards. Just a small hotel-sized bar of soap. Yellow not reflective, but just yellow marker tape. If you need this to mark a trail, say you're going into a city, you don't want to carry your bag, you can mark your trail with this as to where your bag is at. I also carry some reflective. This is like a bread tie. It's red on one side, and the other side is reflective. You can use this into the trail going back into the woods to where your bag is located. But you can use this so we can find your bag back at night. I've also got a pair of what they call field dress gloves. They're just a thin plastic glove, but it does come all the way up to your elbow. So if you're having to work on somebody, maybe you've killed an animal and you need to dress it out, you've got field dressing gloves to keep the blood off of you. Just a couple of emergency ponchos. One is clear, one is the orange. I also have 5 different size, different color of glow sticks. You snap them, you shake them, and they give you some light. I've got a better one in my bag that you'll see. I've also got another emergency whistle and another compass. Like I said, I already have a better whistle and a better compass in my vest. This is a metal tin that had electrical tape in it. You can also get these type of metal tins with shoe polish. But what I did was I took a bunch of wax and melted it, and then inside I put 4 wicks, and that way I've got a 1, 2, 3, or 4 wick candle to have at the campsite if need be. And I've also got a little small mirror that you can use to locate yourself for others. In here I have some Vaseline balls to go with my fire starting kit. I've also got a large reflective mirror that's got the hole in it, so you can aim it. I'm going to put this in my big bag. It's just in my smaller bag right now. I also have just a couple of shoestrings, old bootstraps to use, but I also have an old 35mm film canister, and inside of it there is probably maybe 50 feet, if that, of a thin wire that you can use for snares. I've just got some electrical tape around it just to hold it in the canister. And then just a regular roll of electrical tape. I don't have duct tape in this one. I've got duct tape in the big bag, but in here I do have black electrical tape. And then just a rag, just because. And then I also have 2 55-gallon trash bags. Of course, you know what those are for. And then I also have in here, like I said, I collect knives, so I have a lot of them. This is a Spyderco knife, very fine tipped. If I took a deer down or something and I need to skin it, this is a very good skinny knife, very sharp. The last 1 inch or so down here close to the handle is serrated, that I really like. I love a serrated knife. But this is a really good knife to have, and I could put this on my belt if I wanted to, or like I said, it's in this pack for now. And then on one of the forums I'm at, whenever we made up a list of things that we were going to have in a Get Home bag, one of the forum members always talked about having nail clippers. Nail clippers, I've always needed to have nail clippers. So I've got a small cheap set. It's nail clippers, scissors, file, and a couple of pairs of different kinds of tweezers, pick tools, whatever. But that's just in here in case you need it for whatever purposes. But again, this is the top pouch on my bag. If I just needed to grab something and run with it, I could take this, and I've got enough in it to survive. Now we'll go on into the pack itself. This has several different compartments that I like to have. This outer compartment here will be items that I need to get to during my hike, and so they're easily accessible for my partner or for myself if I have to take the pack off. First compartment, all these have a lot of different zipper compartments inside. Again, I have more cable ties. I don't think you could have enough of those. They're good for all kinds of different purposes. Attaching things to your MOLLE straps, tying things down. They hold a lot of weight and they're easy to clip. The first compartment here, I have, I think it's like 28 antibacterial wipes. These are good to wipe off with. If you get things on your hands, you need to clean them off, be sterilized, you can do that. The next compartment, I have what's called an Arkansas sharpening stone for my knives, and I have got a little vial of oil that's got a little brush in it, so I can brush it on my Arkansas stone. You'll notice everything in my bag are in what I call Ziploc bags. They are the freezer bags, which are thicker, have a double seal, but it keeps everything separate inside my bag, but it also keeps it waterproof in case my bag does get wet. Things inside of it will not get wet. On the other compartment, other side of this compartment, I've got a roll of duct tape flattened down with some electrical tape around it to keep it flat. I've got another large multi-tool. This is a cheap one, but I got it in here as well. I prefer this type of glow-wand over the breakable glow-wands. For one, those will only last for about 5 hours. These glow sticks, they come in different colors, but once they're done, that's it. You can pick these up for $3 or $4, Walmart, Lowe's, different places like that. And what I like about that is, for one, if this gets bent in your bag, they're gone and you don't know about it. These are battery operated. It's got a little emergency whistle here on the end, and then you push the button once and you get a flashlight off the end of it. You push it a second time, and this is a red glow stick. But you get the glow stick and the flashlight. You push it a third time, the flashlight goes out, the glow stick stays on. You push it a fourth time and the glow stick part of it flashes. So again, very good, comes with a lanyard. I saw they were using it for identification. Just spin it around. But again, I like this a whole lot better than I do the normal breaking type of glow sticks, because they will last a whole lot longer and they're more versatile. And again, you always want to try to get things in your pack that has more than just one use. With those glow sticks, and that's it, 5 hours and you're done. The next zipper compartment in this bag, I've got some more fire starting equipment. I've got to get another strike tool and magnesium strip for this pack. I've got them in my wife's pack. But I've got a bunch of dryer lint, I've got steel wool, I've got more matches, and I've got some more of the little fuel sticks for the striking tool. In here, another Ziploc bag. It's filled with 3 of the just regular desk mask, and then I've got 10 pairs of surgical gloves, or the latex gloves in this pack. And then I've got another Ziploc bag that has 2 small packs of Kleenex. Again, things that if I need them while I'm hiking, I can get to them real easy. It's not something that I'm going to need that night. The next small zipper compartment, I've got 2 of the big industrial grade 55-gallon liners. And then the last 2 small packs in here, I have one of these little small ring type saws. You put your fingers in it, and it's got probably 18 inches or so of a saw blade that you can saw small limbs down if you needed to. And then the last little compartment over here, I have a pair of, this is just a Craftsman, but it's your mechanics type of work gloves, where if I needed to wear the gloves, I can. I've got them, again, easily accessible. And again, everything is in plastic bags. And that takes care of this outer compartment. The next compartment is kind of a weird one. It just folds down. It's not a zipper compartment. It just folds down, and it shows this part of the bag. In here, my father gave me a roll of this material. The back of it is like the Tyvek stuff that you see that you wrap houses in, but the other side of it is aluminum or a silver shining material. This is, I don't know how wide, it's wide enough for me to lay on, and I've got it 2 feet longer than my body, so I can use this as a ground pad. I would put the white side down and put the reflective side against my body to reflect my body heat back to me on the ground. Very thin, very lightweight. Right now I have just an old shower curtain in here for a tent. I'm planning on getting a regular tarp, a blue tarp, or they have the little small tarps in a bag. I'll probably end up getting and putting it here and taking this out. Just a hat, a floppy hat. I've got another longer hat that is better than this one. And then I've also got about 50 feet of rope in here to use for a campground. And then up here, this has got an outside zipper compartment. Inside of that, I've got hand sanitizer, just a small bottle. Again, it's easily accessible. And then I also have a a blue rain tarp to go over my complete backpack. And that way, if it does rain, I can pull this out very easily and wrap it around my pack to keep all the contents and the pack itself dry. That leads us to the main compartment of the bag. This does come with a hydration pack that can go either left or right side, and I've already got it installed. No water in it, no water in my canteen. Now this does have a small top compartment over here. This is kind of like a fleece line for sunglasses, but again, I've got some stuff in here that I need to get to in a hurry. I've got some more Dremex hand sanitizer and just some regular Dial liquid soap. I've got a very small knife sharpener. It's round, so that's something that I had that I put in here. But it's kind of like what you would see in a kitchen, that type of metal. But I've also got a small light, kind of like a fluorescent light. I don't know exactly what it's called, but you use this to put a fine edge on a knife after you've sharpened it. It gets rid of all the burrs that you could have created. Again, I also got the Arkansas stone, but this is just something that I can use in a hurry to put a quick edge on my knife if I need be. And then the last thing I have in this top compartment, I'm in the process of trying to get a lanyard made to go around my neck to hold all of these items, but this is just something that I found and threw together real quick. It's just got the piece of the material tied into a loop, and on this I have a pair of earplugs, a small Spyderco ladybug knife, small pair of foldable scissors, the next new generation of the P38 can opener, a very small multi-tool, and another flashlight. Again, I'm looking to put this along with that other knife I showed you at the beginning to go around my neck, so I'll have something with me all the time. Even if I am away from my pack, I do have some things. The only thing I don't have on here is a fire starting device. My main pack, this is mostly items that I would need at the campground when I stopped for the night. This has got my clothes. I've got several pairs of socks. Again, everything is in bags to keep it dry. I think I've got 4 pairs of socks, a couple of another pair of underwear. And then I've got 2 shirts. This is a polyester shirt, a lightweight and a medium weight, so I can layer up if it's cold enough to do that. The other thing I have in here are some what they call gaiters. We used these when I was in the search and rescue. I need them a lot down here in the southeast when it's in the morning and everything's wet, damp with the dew. These are plastic material. You take them and they tie to your boots and they come up your leg about knee high, and then they snap around your leg, and so when you walk in the morning dew, it keeps your legs dry. And then once you get out of the dew area, whatever brush, you can take them off. But it was very useful in keeping your legs dry and comfortable. This pack, this large main sack also has zippered compartments in it. Like I said, this is a wonderful pack for just $40. I do have a sewing kit at Walmart. These were, I think, $1 more than the small sewing kits, but I got this one because it came with so much more. It's got several different color threads. It's got a pair of scissors. I got this one because it came with buttons, whereas the other one did not. Comes with safety pins, whereas the other one didn't. A small measuring tape and several size needles. It also comes with a pin cushion and all. But I thought it was a very good sewing kit for just $1 more. It doesn't take up that much more room. And like I said, this bag's got a perfect compartment for it to zip into and easily accessible. The next compartment, again, this is to use at this campsite. I've got some body wash wipes. These are just baby wipes. If I need just a quick sponge bath, I could do that. Now this is my FAA approved quart-size bag filled with devices that I need for around the camp. It's got a toothbrush, toothpaste, some more Germ-X antibacterial wash, little small tube of antiperspirant, some Irish Spring soap, hair wash, cream rinse, and then a container of floss. A lot of people are talking about having floss, but there's a lot of different uses for that. So I got a container of floss in here as well. But again, this is stuff that I would use at the campsite mostly. And in this bottom compartment here has got a roll of toilet paper, again all in plastic wrap. It's got a small towel, what they call a camp towel, if I need it, and then at the dollar store I picked up just a small washcloth. And I've got just a blow-up air pillow if I needed it for at night. Again, trying to keep everything that I would use at night in this larger compartment. That's a little bit harder to get to. On this side, I've got some more, 4 more of the 10-hour hand warmers. You break them open, they get to air, and they start getting warm. In this plastic bag, I've got 2 fleece head pieces. The red one that you see here is just an earmuff. It's open on the top. I'm very hot-natured, and so if I get cold air on my ears, I can protect my ears with this, but then I also have a toboggan that I can put over my whole head and keep my heat in, like if I'm camping at night and I need to. Because I'm going to have such a long hike, I do have enough pills, my daily pills for 7 days, split up into my night, my AM and my PM. And that's all that is in this compartment. Again, this bag is just wonderful with all the different zippered compartments. It's not all just thrown in there like you would have with a normal pouch or a normal bag. And then this last compartment down here in the bottom is all of my food items. I do have some standard coffee filters. I think there's like 10 of them in here. This is to be used for water purification at the campsite. to where I can get rid of any big, large items, filtering it before I cooked it or sterilized it. I do have a couple of packs of rice sides. If I needed to, I could warm these up with some water. I also have 3 packs of jerky that I can munch on during the day to keep my energy up. I also have the bars I showed you earlier that I can munch on during the day, but then I can also put these in with this rice pack to have a full meal at the campground. I'm not too much on just drinking plain water, so I do have some of the flavor packs. These are just the cheap flavor packs that I can add to my canteen to flavor the water. And then for breakfast, the last item in my pack, I do have, I think, 10 packs or 7 packs of instant grits. Again, something easy that I can warm up with a fire, with my canteen cup, with some water, and have a good nutritional breakfast. Again, I can put some jerky in there before hitting the trail in the morning. Well, that's everything I have in my pack. Feel free to leave me any kind of questions or comments on this video and about my pack, and I will try to get to them. Thank you very much.